Welcome back everyone. In the last video I showed you how to use your MSFS 2020 add-ons in the new Flight Sim 2024. I have already imported my Fly-by-Wire A320neo, among other add-ons of course, and the liveries for this aircraft. I tried the Fly-by-Wire A320neo and I couldn't start the engines. So this issue was known to the developer team of the Fly-by-Wire aircraft, and yesterday they released a fix for this issue. So I wanted to try it again. Now before we start, one important note: if you are on the stable version of the Fly-by-Wire A320neo, you need to change to the development branch in order to have this fix included. This is very easy to do. The only thing you are going to do is open up the Fly-by-Wire installer, and if you are on a stable version, just select the development version right here and click down below at switch version. Let it install, let it finish, and you are good to go. Now after starting this sim, I noticed one thing that annoyed me a little bit, and you actually might have this issue too, depending on which livery you are exactly using. Now let me show you what I mean. Let's go to free flight and change the airplane. As you can see now, the Fly-by-Wire A320neo is selected, and look at that, we have two separate aircraft of the Fly-by-Wire A320neo, Japan Airlines and Saudi. These are mainly liveries, they are separated, and I couldn't stop but to figure out how to actually fix those two and make them included in the actual aircraft. Now after over 20 restarts of the sim, I finally managed to find a solution for this, and I'm going to show you how exactly. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is to locate your liveries. I have put them in my 2024 community folder, which is in my C drive, MSFS 2024 and community. And these two we are looking for, Saudi and Japan Airlines. Let's open up Saudi Arabian first. You will have a manifest JSON file. You will need to edit that file. I am doing it with Notepad++, and what you need to edit right here is the following. You see this dependencies section right here? It has square brackets. So you need to remove everything that is between those two squared brackets. Just select that and delete it. Make it look like this, like empty square brackets. Then you need to change the content type from aircraft to livery, like this. You need to type it in all caps. And that's it for the manifest JSON file. Hit save and go back to your livery folder. Then you need to go to sim objects, airplanes, fly-by-wire. Then you will have two folders, a model and a texture folder, and an aircraft config. We need to edit this config. Right click, hit edit again. And here what you need to do is you need to keep 6 things inside this area and delete the rest. You need to keep the title, the model, the texture, the UI variation, and the ATC ID and the ATC airline. Everything else can be removed. So let's start with UI type. Let's remove that. And UI created by, let's remove that too. ATC ID, we're gonna keep it. ATC airline, we're gonna keep it. And the rest could be deleted as well. Okay, so there's one last step to do, and that is this model right here. As you can see, it is empty right now. We need to go back to the folder in which we found the aircraft config. And as I mentioned before, we have a model and a texture folder. Model is called model.main. So what you need to type in the text in the aircraft config is the text that comes after the dot. So in this case, model.main, you need to type in main, and exactly like it is written here. So let's go back and type main, hit save, and then you're done. Let's do the same with the Japan Airlines livery. Let's edit the manifest file, delete everything inside the dependencies section. Let's change that to livery, and we're done here. Let's go back, sim objects, airplanes, fly-by-wire. As you can see here, model.main, so we need to type in main again. Let's start with this first, main, and let's remove the UI type. UI created by can be removed as well. ATC flight number is air traffic and is user selectable can be removed as well. So you need only 6 values in this section. Everything up here should not be touched, especially not this base container. If you save that, you are done. So let's go into the sim and take a look at if this has actually worked. Alright, back in the sim, let's take a look if this actually worked. Select free flight, go to the change aircraft section, and voila! No more Japan Airlines and no more Saudi Arabian Airlines as a single aircraft. Everything is now included inside this one. I don't know why Egypt Air is selected by default, it doesn't really matter. Let's go to configure. And if we now take a look, this is Japan Airlines, and if we scroll further, you will find the Saudi Arabian one. So indeed it has worked out. One thing to note here is that the liveries I showed you belong to the same developer. It might be the same case if you are using liveries from another one, but you can try it out and write me down in the comments if this actually has worked out for you. And as you can see, the engines are running just fine. The only mission that is left for us is to fly back home. So thank you very much to the fly-by-wire team that fixed this issue for the Flight Sim 2024, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe to always be up to date. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.